Super Saiyan 4 Warriors, follow me on Twitter today to be part of friendly, fun Dragon Ball discussions and polls. The link is here and in the description. See you there. Hey, what's up, Super Saiyan 4 Warriors? We have some episode 101 spoilers, so don't tune in if you don't want to be spoiled. And the people I have to thank for this is Yonko Productions for the scans, and of course Herms98 for translating. Our go-to guys for all this kind of stuff. So the main bit I want to talk about in this episode is Master Roshi. Now, Master Roshi he's one of those guys who's been there right from the beginning. And I think as soon as Dragon Ball Z came around, Master Roshi was just kind of pushed aside because Dragon Ball was kind of his home. That's how I feel anyway. That's where he was at his best. It was all about the teaching and teaching Goku and Krillin on how to become better fighters. And even Yamcha to a small degree. I mean, he did learn the Kamehameha. So, yeah, Dragon Ball was all about the learning aspects. And that's when Master Roshi was the mentor to these guys. And when Goku and Krillin and all those became strong fighters, Master Roshi kind of was not needed so much in Dragon Ball Z. But now, after all that time, Dragon Ball Super turns up and Master Roshi is chosen to be one of the 10 fighters. And of course, he needs his spot. And right now, I think he's getting his spot. So, are you a fan of Master Roshi? Did you love his stuff in Dragon Ball? And are you happy to see him in the Tournament of Power? Tell me in the comments what your favorite Master Roshi moment of all time is. But the thing is, when we all considered power levels kind of ruined things in a way, and whether you love numbers or not, it did ruin things, because as soon as Master Roshi was labeled with a power level of 180 or something like that, something stupid, he was just made inferior for the rest of the time, even to Raditz, Nappa, and he was just... You never needed to go to Master Roshi for, any help when it came to the villains in Dragon Ball Z, and especially early Super. And I kind of hated that because you don't get many old guys, old mentors in Dragon Ball, the series itself, because having a mentor is very important, because in most films you have a mentor like an old wise individual who's been there and done that, and he can teach the young guy the best way and not to make the same mistakes as he did. And I just feel that Master Roshi embodies everything awesome about that. And it's great that they're having him back. And I don't care about power levels and 180 and all that crap, because numbers ruined it for me. It really did. And I'm glad he's back. In a story aspect, anyone can complain about power levels and stuff like that. And, he shouldn't be in the same ring as Hit and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, Hit's an assassin. That's his story. Master Roshi's an old master. And I just feel that when it comes to power levels and all that crap, it destroys story potential. And I feel that Master Roshi now is deserving of some good storytelling, because I respect him as a character. I know he's a pervy old man, kind of like the pervy old sage, but I love his techniques, and I don't care what anybody says. His techniques and his view on fights and other fighters and analysis and things, kind of like what Piccolo does in the background of fights. You always listen to them, even if they're not the main focus of a battle. You always listen to them because they just know what they're talking about, man. In this spoiler, let me just show you what's going down for episode 101. Turtle Hermit this week, putting up such a fight that you can hardly tell his age. Well, of course, because this guy, is timeless. The Fountain of Jericho. Drink it in, man. When the Turtle Hermit loses sight of his comrades, he escapes this predicament by paralyzing his opponent with the Bankoku Bikuri Sho. And that translates to, if you don't know, the Thunder Shock Surprise, the same move in which he used against Kid Goku. And this was used until his comrades arrive, and Master Roshi is still alive and kicking. This has psyched me up so much. You can't believe it, because, man, I love Master Roshi. He's amazing. I mean, Elder Kai, yeah, whatever. You're an old guy who unlocks potential, and you're, in the god ranks and stuff, blah, blah, blah. Master Roshi, you're a dude on Earth who studied martial arts, and you've been overlooked, dude. So I'm glad you're back, and I'm glad you're getting this spot. And Master Roshi does have a new power. I don't care what you say. He's prepared for this tournament. When I say new power, I don't mean new ability, because he's had this Thunder Shock Surprise since early Dragon Ball days, but he's got a new power. He's powerful. I just think Dragon Ball Super and the writers now are just thinking, you know what, if we continue pushing just one or two guys over and over and over again until they become so strong that nobody else will just count anymore. It's a shame. And I think this Tournament of Power is the right way to go about it because it gives every unique character a chance to show what they're good at. And Master Roshi is the guy, he's got the element of surprise, he's got experience, maybe not as much as Hit because Hit's 1,000 years old, but still, compared to other guys, compared to Goku, compared to Vegeta, compared to everyone on the team, he has the wisdom and the surprise attacks that's going to help in sticky situations, and I think he is severely underrated, and I think this technique, the Bankoku Bikuri Sho, the Thunder Shock Surprise, is going to be one heck of a shock when we see it, and pun intended there. I cannot wait to see Master Roshi kick some butt. And even if he's the next guy out, I don't care. He stood the test of time. He has stood in that ring with fighters with over a power level of 180 or 210. I can't remember, but it's so pathetic, these numbers. He is awesome, and he's standing there right now, and that just shows you that power levels, they don't mean everything. I think Master Roshi's techniques are going to stand for themselves, and having this new power is amazing because Master Roshi, it shows that he can still go, he can train when he needs to, and he's even overcome his obsession with women, as far as we can see anyway. I mean, nothing big has happened, so that's cool. And it's character progression. It shows you that they're not just sat there on Master Roshi's island and just doing nothing. It shows that they're really willing to give characters a push and make them stand out in their own way. And I think the Dragon Ball Super is doing this now. I think because there's so many unique characters, they want them to stand out individually. And it broadens the Dragon Ball appealment to different people. And here's some more questions for you guys. Comment below how powerful you think Roshi is now compared to the other fighters. Who would you put him next to? And how much stronger do you think he's gotten? If it's a power level number, throw a power level number at me in the comments. Now, how powerful do I think Master Roshi is? Well, it does say he's paralyzing his opponent here, so it's going to be a one-on-one situation. I don't know who he's going to fight. And even in this jump scan right here, I missed this part, sorry guys. Fighting as if he's still young. Getting separated from his teammates, Roshi resorts to using Thunder Shock Surprise. I love it, he has to resort to using it as if it's really dangerous and stuff. So that kind of psychs me up. Against his opponents, Master Roshi is still very young. And this is awesome because the last time he used the Thunder Shock Surprise was in Korin's Tower, if I believe he was practicing it there. But I can recall him using it against Kid Goku, and he used it against Kid Goku, and this was a very powerful technique at that time where Goku and Master Roshi were considered the top characters of the story. And that's a big thing. I mean, if you're the top characters of a story at the time and then a Thunder Shock Surprise can stop you from moving, it's portrayed as strong. And as far as I can recall, you'll have to correct me on this one, guys, I've never seen the Thunder Shock Surprise look weak. It might have done in some filler episode or something I've completely missed, but that's the only time I can remember him using it in a situation where... And the thing about it is, Goku only got out of that Thunder Shock Surprise by transforming into an Uzaru. And at that time, an Uzaru was devastating. Devastating at that time. So you think, if the Thunder Shock Surprise is portrayed as very strong, how good is it going to be in this tournament? How far is he taking it? But I know in Super right now, it seems that every time someone gets a little bit of a push, it's signifying that the end is near for them. I mean, like, you know, Krillin, he gets that huge push, that huge power potential, unlocking ability, his fighting spirit is back, then he has a good moment in the tournament, and then he's out. And I have a feeling they're going to do this with Master Roshi. They're going to give him this huge spot, and then he'll have to be eliminated because, well, we can't have Vegeta or Goku eliminated next, so it's going to have to be someone like Roshi, even though they're trying to build him as much as possible right now so he doesn't look like complete fodder. I mean, he needs a good moment, kind of like what Krillin did in the last episode, but then, yeah, he was just bang, gone. And this is what I'm afraid of with characters like Gohan. If they give Gohan so much of a push, so much of a comeback, he goes and challenges Goku, he regains his old power. Does this mean that's it for him? because it seems like he's had a bit of spotlight and that's like, that's enough for him. Let's get rid of him. I think that's a terrible way to do it, and I think if they're going to push a character, they shouldn't just tease it, do it a little bit, and then just forget about it, saying that, oh, we've given him a little bit of screen time, that's enough for him, that's enough for the Gohan fans, this is enough for the Master Roshi fans, that's enough for the Krillin fans, they've had their little bit, let's go over to the main event, let's go over to Goku and Vegeta. And that attitude, it is bullcrap. But what can you do, guys? You can't focus the story on everybody at the same time, so they're gonna have to chop down someone. Why don't they chop down Vegeta? Imagine that. Push Tien, man. Tien is the one. Okay, guys, and that's what I wanted to lay down on the table for you today. A big credit for the thumbnail to Great Nano, fantastic art of Roshi, and you can find his DeviantArt page below too. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for fun discussions and polls. Have a great day, Super Saiyan 4 Warriors. Take care. Super Saiyan 4 Warriors, follow me on Twitter today to be part of friendly, fun Dragon Ball discussions and polls. The link is here and in the description. See you there.